It's just a quick follow-up. The last video I did, I could barely speak, and I said I was getting ready to go on vacation and was a little anxious about it because when you live with an insane amount of allergies and are pretty much allergic to the world, it's more of a stressful time. So we did go away for a week to the Orlando area, mainly to see family. I can't go to the majority of attractions because they serve food everywhere. It's like America can't go from point A to point B literally without stopping to eat a lot of fatty, bad for you foods. I don't get it. It's amazing. You can't go anywhere without food being everywhere. So that's a big issue for me. I did have a plethora of, by the grace of God, small reactions. And a small reaction for me is what I consider it. My throat always starts to swell shut. You know, my mouth, my airways, everything always starts to swell. But a small reaction for me is when I can stop it with a bunch of Benadryl and, you know, my albuterol, and then I take a Bronchi tablet when I can either chew it or swallow it without having to pull my EpiPen. And could I get over the reactions and get healthier faster if I pull the EpiPen every time? Yes. Was I having so many reactions that I was taking 3 to 5 EpiPens a week at one point? Yes. I can't afford it. There's always a shortage of EpiPens, and it's really bad on your heart. So, you know, it gets to the point where if it's not responding to Benadryl, even though it's slow and painful, excruciatingly painful, you know, I only pull the EpiPen to the point where I literally, I've gotten to that point where I literally can't get a drip of saliva down. I wait that long to pull my EpiPens now because the doctor told me my heart rate has come down significantly. So, I mean, it's true. I play that line, but I don't recommend that to anyone. That's up to you and your doctor. And I was a nurse for many years with insanely strong respiratory skills. My first job ever as a nurse was in a respiratory hospital in Massachusetts. And then I used to take care of babies home on vents and you name it. So I have really strong respiratory skills, and I'm pretty good at taking care of myself. You know, I've learned to lower my heart rate and relax myself down and be able to focus. And it took years to get to that point. There is truth to those books that you can do that. Mind over matter. I can stay pretty calm. So, and I always tell my family if I start to panic, then you better panic because I've reached that point. But I stay pretty calm. But yes, I had many reactions. Even on the way home, it's pretty tough. So, pretty blessed. We do it again. I do it every year. It's the only time I get together with family. It means the world to me. But I missed out on many things. Funerals I wanted to go to. You know, obviously attractions, being able to take my son a lot of places I can't do, which is always tough. But and what you can't see is because I used to get a ton of reactive skin breakouts, and that means I don't know, call it acne, but just the skin sores, you know, pus and everything else. And at one point, all the skin had peeled off my nose and over here, just this whole area was coming off. And I went, you know, between my doctors and the dermatologist, and allergists don't know what to do with me. They literally freak out and don't know what to do. They become like tongue-tied, then I don't go back to that allergist and I got to find a new one. So, but with my skin, went back and forth, you know, a bunch of steroids, a bunch of like outrageously expensive tiny tubes of skin cream, antibiotics. I mean, I went through all that because, you know, you go to the doctor, you do what you're supposed to do. And finally, when my skin was just peeling off and so painful, I said, screw it. I'm going to my natural stuff. And that's how I keep my skin clear, all natural. And to the point where they don't even talk to me about my skin anymore because they're like, just do your natural thing. I live off of natural supplements, and that works beautifully. And they literally just say you're doing what's best for you, and it seems to work, and we're leaving it alone. So they don't even prescribe me anything for my skin anymore. So I literally clean my skin. I wish I discovered this as a teenager when you actually have acne, because acne is just, bacteria buildup in your pores. So, but I soak my skin in white vinegar. That's how I clean my skin every morning and every night. I take just I use toilet paper because it's thin, no dust. I don't use the really soft, dusty stuff. And I clean my skin with the white vinegar. And then after all my reactions, this whole area, which gets really bad, I soak it. Like you couldn't see, I had all these little, if you get really close, I was starting to get all these just, pussy white hair all around here, anywhere around my mouth and everything. And then sometimes on my neck, around, just anywhere around my neck, this whole area. And I just sit there and I'll soak it. Like this morning, I was soaking this all area, and you can tell when you have stuff building up in there because it just burns just wiping it clean. So, and then I'll soak it until it just burns so bad I can't take it, and I soak it a lot, and it kills the infection. It's amazing. And then I took, like today, I always rotate it up. Today I took, because when you as women get older, I use the hyaluronic acid, but I have like a pure hyaluronic acid, and so I put that in my hand, then I put some tea tree oil and it rubbed it. I put it all over my face, and then, but not around my eyes. It was plain hyaluronic acid there. And then I use natural oils like baobab and emu oil, and then I put those around my eyes. Like if I have actual big open sores, I take natural oils, which when you think of as a kid like acne or whatever, you're like, oh, I can't put oil on, it's gonna get worse. It heals it. I put the natural oils and I slather it on after I clean my skin, and that's how I heal. Rosehip seed oil is amazing. Get the organic, good quality, cheap out. You're not getting anything. And I use those on my skin. I make my own lotions. I make my own soaps. I've got all natural. Allergic to nuts. When you're allergic to nuts, you really can't. You got to watch because a lot of the soaps or lotions on the market can't touch. They say it's such a small amount of nut oil, it's not going to bother you, whatever. My allergies are off the chart. So a lot of the creams for eczema and everything, believe it or not, like shea, cocoa butter, it's all in the nut family, argan. Jojoba's weird on me. Jojoba, I don't know that. When I first used to try and use jojoba, I could taste it. Like if I put it on my hand, I could taste it. And then it's gone to bringing out a bunch of thick welts on me, so I don't touch jojoba anymore. It's pretty bad. I still, there's a soap my son uses in there, so if I get it on my hands, it'll crack my skin open. It's pretty fun. So anyhow, made it through vacation. I've been literally hibernating in my home. What's today? Thursday? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's my fourth day. I'm refusing to leave. My throat is extremely raw. I think I finally stopped all the green and blood in my nose. Allergies aren't attractive. You can't sugarcoat it. Still having trouble. I always have trouble sleeping because as soon as normally I have just like one reaction a week. Just reality of going out and about. It's like playing game Russian roulette. And I'm high allergic to dust, so I try and clean all the time or slowly clean because I've had anaphylactic reactions if I had dealt with too much dust. So that's how the vacation went. I don't go anywhere without my trusty. I have this little Maxpedition bag. I have my credit cards. I just want to show you. And I have I call a Smallet, which is a little thin wallet. I put all my like my credit card and my license, and my ID in it, and then some cash. Like you always use some cash in case your machines go down. But in there, like in here, I have inside this I've had this Maxpedition bag now for I don't know, 5-6 years or more, and I use it daily. The thing is durable as hell. You think this little bag is like close to $30 of shipping, and you're like, oh, that's too much, or it might be more. I think I got a deal on it. I don't buy anything unless it's on a good sale. But anyhow, I believe the hype. Their brand is amazing. The zippers are still strong, and I have a lot of stuff in here. It's probably going to pour out. Yeah, I do. But I keep a ton of Benadryl, eye drops. There's tissues on top right now. But this is full of Benadryl and Broncaid. And in here, this is eye drops because I have contacts. But in here are my 2 EpiPens. EpiPens are light sensitive. So I wanted to make sure they had their own separate zippered container, a container with compartments, so I wouldn't have to worry about light with them. So this this is a good grab bag, and I can attach my phone on the back. I always use a phone case with the phone clip, so when you always have to carry meds with you, and you don't feel like lugging your big purse, you're not feeling well or weak because you've had a reaction, so I can just kind of grab it and go. And then it's my med bag, and my family knows. So my youngest has run and grabbing my med bag. So, um, but if you have allergies like me, I always keep medicine um, in two different. Like this house now technically is a tri-level, but I have my med set on one floor, and I have meds up by my bed. I have a little nice container um, that I keep all these meds in. So they're on. I have one on each floor. Then I have the meds in the bag. So I've had, like I said, my son or whatever, my husband will run and grab the bag. So you always want to make sure your meds are organized and conveniently placed. And in an emergency, and I have gone out without this in my purse because I've taken it out in the house like now. You've never experienced anxiety until you don't have this. You go straight home, you don't touch anything. And I carry wipes, so if we go out, I can't go to many restaurants. I can go to Cracker Barrel, they still cook with all butter. I can't eat all their food by any means, and but I can go there with my family, and I can go to in McDonald's. They don't, people always used to yell about their ingredients, but I can go in there and breathe. I can't go into Hardee's, closes my throat. I can't go into Wendy's sometimes, depending on what their specials are cooking, closes my throat. I can't go near Bojangles. I can't go near Popeyes. I can't go near Kentucky Fried Chicken. I can't go near Taco Bell. I can't go near any of those places. I can't even run, like you stop on the side of the road and go in and get, like, go to the bathroom in any of those places. Can't go in them. So McDonald's is actually pretty clean, clean air, clean food. I don't eat it, but I can go. My family can eat, and I just sip on a drink. So, but I always carry wipes. I wipe the tables down. I have to wipe everything off. I had them come over with their, what they call their clean rag, and say, "I'll wipe it." I'm like, "Oh no, don't you touch it with that dirty rag," and I'll just clean it down. I say allergies, food allergies, leave me alone. So it's just the update from my vacation and living with the allergies and literally almost pretty much daily um, reactions. And like someplace I'll know, like I'd have a washcloth, or I'm always cold. Like one thing Florida can do, because I lived there for a long time, is they can air condition well. So you may be 90 degrees and hot outside in shorts and a t-shirt, but you can go when it's our freezing in a place. So I always have like I have to wear all cotton sweater. So a lot of places when we're walking to and from, I had to take it and just cover my face. Not fun. And it's hard to breathe through that when it's 90 degrees. So, but you do all these little prep things. Know your area, know where you're going, always be prepared.